what, for over 13 months.
Right now in Hillsborough Township, let's listen in.
Those tornadoes. HHS secretaries work with the state to make sure folks on Medicare, Medicaid get the emergency care they need now. And we're going to make sure the relief is equitable so that those hardest hit get what they need. And we know there's a lot more to do. That's why we're here. For decades, scientists have warned of extreme weather would be more extreme, and climate change was here, and we're living through it now. We don't have any more time. I hope no one, I've been on the telephone or on the road an awful lot between California, Idaho, New Orleans, not New Orleans, Louisiana, but in New Orleans, Mississippi, and, here. I mean, every part of the country is getting hit by extreme weather. And we're now living in real time what the country's going to look like. And if we don't do something, we can't turn it back very much, but we can prevent it from getting worse. And so we're all in this together, and we've got to make sure that we don't leave any community behind. And it's all across the country. You know, the members of Congress know from their colleagues in Congress that, looks like a tornado, they don't call them that anymore, that hit the crops and wetlands in the middle of the country, and Iowa and Nevada, and I mean, it's just across the board. And, as I said, we're in this together. And so one of the things that today I'm going to ask you about when we get into this, some question and answers here, is about how we're going to build back. And we're going to build back realizing what the status of the climate is now, what the trajectory of it is going to be. And we can no longer, we all know, we can't just build back to what it was before. Whatever damage done in New Jersey, you can't build back and restore what it was before, because another tornado, another 10 inches of rain is going to produce the same kind of results. So I want to talk a little bit about the specifics, about the things you think you would need, not just to get back to normal, but to get back to a place where if it happened again, the damage would be considerably less. That's what this is all about, in my view. This is an opportunity. I think the country's finally acknowledged the fact that global warming is real and it's moving at an incredible pace. And we've got to do something about it. I'm going to be going from here to what they COP29 in Glasgow for the world meeting together and how we're going to deal with climate change. And I think we're at one of those inflection points where we either act or we're going to be in real trouble. Our kids are going to be in real trouble. So I want to thank you, and I yield back to you, Gov.
Thank you, Mr. President. Amen to all. And again, we can't thank you enough for being here, for all your support. Another person who we're going to hear from next has been there for us, and Deanne Criswell is the administrator for FEMA. We've had a lot of conversations over the past several weeks, harking back to Henri, which also wreaked some havoc in New Jersey, but nothing like Ida. Madam Administrator, it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Governor. And thank you to all the elected officials, commissioners, and mayors that are here today. I'd actually like to start by giving a big shout out to all of the first responders that have been supporting the life-saving efforts over the last few days. Many of them in your own communities, many of them who have had damages to their own homes.
Okay, so you've been listening to Governor Murphy, President Biden, and the director of FEMA there, who are on scene in Hillsborough Township right now, assessing the damage, talking about the equitable distribution of funds for those who are going to need it most from FEMA. The words out of President Biden's mouth just a few moments ago. But the president has a full docket today. He'll be in Queens. He'll be touring parts of Manville, New Jersey, and other areas of the Garden State that were damaged heavily by Ida over the last few days.
Yeah, he is getting ready, prepared to survey the damage in New Jersey after Ida, and then we'll be in Queens. We will follow it all for you.